What's going on, guys? JFC here. I want to talk to you guys about my favorite custom tactics that I've used this year because I've been using these for a while now. I think 3 full weekend leagues now. And right now I'm sitting at 5-0 in champs, and it's just everything that is happening is just confirming what my first thoughts are, and that this formation and these tactics are just by far the best I've used in this FIFA, and it's really not that close. So we're gonna get into that today. I think I finished like 15-5 and 16-4 twice with these tactics, and obviously the game is much different. Like my playstyle last year was a bit more dribble heavy, and this year you just can't have that. So I've had to like relearn a lot of things and rework my brain in a lot of ways. So I'm happy that I'm getting those records still, despite having to change up my playstyle a lot. And I attribute a lot of that, honestly, to just like these tactics are really helping me figure out the game this year. So the formation is the 4-2-3-1. It's lined up like this. This is my team right now. You can ignore the fact that the chemistry is like all out of whack because I just changed the formation before I loaded the game and then I fixed it. I just left it at this because this is what it looks like in game right here, the 4-2-3-1. Also, Kyle Walker's in the team, but I can't do custom tactics with a concept player in. So I'm going to tell you guys, he's in the team, but then I put Thomas Meunier there just like a placeholder. So let's get into the custom tactics. So the formation is the 4-2-3-1, but what it looks like is this. So we have pressure on heavy touch. I'm sure many of you probably want to ask, why not press after possession loss? And to be honest, I just think that pressure on heavy touch this year is better. Honestly, I just think it's straight up better. I don't even know if it's a play style thing too much. Maybe it's a higher elo thing where press after possession loss just isn't quite as good. I think pressure on heavy touch is so balanced. I get a ton of interceptions still. I think last year I would not get as many interceptions when I switched off the press after possession loss, but this year I just tend to get like a ton of interceptions despite being on pressure on heavy touch. So 50 width, 50 depth. I don't even know why I have it on 51. I always do the 51. I don't know why. Just put it on 50. I have balanced and direct passing, which just seems to work the best for me. This can be a little bit preferential. Like you can change it to balanced or balanced forward runs. I would probably stay on balanced though, but I like balanced and direct passing so far. I have the width at 35 because it keeps a little bit more narrow because the 4-2-3-1 is a bit wider. And a striker can at times be isolated, so I don't want that to happen. Players in box, I have a couple notches up. I think that's 7. Corners and free kicks, you can kind of have whatever you want to. I just have them at 2. Now, the very, very important part of these tactics are the instructions. This is probably what makes and breaks the formation for me more than even the custom tactics do. So at striker, I have it on perfectly unbalanced. I don't have him on getting behind. I don't have him on come short. I got him on nothing. I have it just on balance, and that tends for me to be the best tactic for the striker. The right mid, cam, left mid, all unbalanced. And I used to have these guys on free roam a little bit, but I kind of tried them on stick to position, and I think I like that a little bit better this year. I liked free roam last year, but stick to position this year I enjoy, and I have all 4 of them unbalanced. And honestly, I like how it plays. And the most important instructions are really the only instructions I have in the entire team. It's stay back while attacking and cover wing on the DMs. Make sure you have them on cover wing because your fullbacks are going to be unbalanced. I know that's usually a death sentence in some previous FIFAs, but this year, balanced fullbacks in this formation is incredible. I'm telling you that right now. The reason you want your DMs on cover wing is because at times when your fullbacks are up the field, they'll cover in their place for them. So it works out really nicely. And what we're doing is basically taking advantage of the increased defensive AI in this game, right? The defensive AI and the auto drop back in this FIFA, we're basically taking advantage of that because these fullbacks virtually never get caught out of position despite them being unbalanced and helping you in attack because they run back so quickly. Your DMs end up super deep. Your center backs mark insanely well. Basically, this formation just takes advantage of the defensive AI being insane and gives you a ton of the advantages of having more numbers in attack by using the fullbacks that are unbalanced. So in game is what it looks like. I have Varane, Kimpembe, Cancelo, and Kyle Walker instead of Meunier at right back. So for tips on like what players work in what spots in this team, let's put Kyle Walker back in here because I want to show you what like the ideal situation for this team would be. What I think it is, so your fullbacks are actually very, very important in this team. I think they're probably one of the most important positions in terms of buying players that are just like a little more meta, right? This informed Cancelo, I have him red, and he's just outstanding. He's the perfect left back for exactly this formation. He's good on the ball. He's fast. He can pass. I mean, it's everything that you'd want out of a fullback that can attack. This is perfectly this Cancelo card. As Kyle Walker isn't quite as good going forward, but this is like one of the best players in FIFA this year, literally. I don't know what it is about this Kyle Walker, but he's actually insane. It's a high work rates for me. He just seemingly has the most defensive capability of any right back I've used this year. He's incredible. He's not the like best going forward in terms of shooting. And I honestly don't shoot with the fullbacks very much. I think they mainly go forward and get assists. Like this Cancelo, I think has like an assist in every 5 games, which for me, when I never cross the ball, basically, that's a lot for a fullback. So having pretty decent fullbacks is pretty important for me in this formation. Your DMs, I actually have De Bruyne as a DM, and I know it's kind of crazy, but honestly, I really like him as a DM. He intercepts really well. His defense seems to be way better than what his stats actually suggest. And the fact that he has amazing passing and he feels good on the ball is very important to me this year. I think amazing passing from your midfielders is super, super important. That's also why I have Bossy and Schweinsteiger in the team, because icon passing is a thing. I swear they get better animations. And a Schweinsteiger card is no different. Maybe it's because he has the long passer trait. You know, it says CPU AI. He's the playmaker trait too. That could definitely be why. High work rates of Schweinsteiger is incredible. Even a 68 pace. A marksman has him on lengthy, so he's just amazing. I love the Schweinsteiger card. For 300k, I think is what he's been. He's definitely worth the 300k to me. So these two DMs, I would maybe suggest having both of them just being able to pass. I think that's one of the most important underrated things this year, is being able to pass really, really well from your defensive midfielders and not feel too bad in the ball is awesome. So I think that's the only thing I'd really recommend there. And then Cam, I have Benzema. I think Karim Benzema is a fantastic player in the game this year. All I recommend is maybe you're having your Cam who can also pass. Your right mid and left mid, I just like to have like the little dribblers on the outside spots. I put a ton of games with Ousmane Dembele. He's fantastic. You know how much I love Dembele this year. Correa the same. I try and get guys who are right-footed on the right side and left-footed on the left side because of the outside foot shots that are insane this year. I mean, we know how insane the Trivellas are. That's the only thing I'd recommend for those guys, is definitely having the right foot on the right side, left foot on the left side, and then striker doesn't really matter as much. But I would say my ideal striker this year would not be someone like Gavou. I only used him because I bought him. My ideal striker up top is someone like an Erling Haaland, and the reason being is because I really like having the tall players up top. My striker, my 4-2-3-1, I like being very tall because he wins aerial duels. If I'm in trouble against constant pressure, I can just square the ball up to him, which is honestly a very underrated tactic in this game in general. And he gets lengthy, so he's going to be fast, and he's got incredible finishing abilities. The only thing I'd change on this card is the fact that he has 3-star weak foot. I think weak foot is actually pretty important this year. This Erling Haaland is so good that like his weak foot honestly doesn't matter as much to me because he finishes everything. So my ideal striker is somebody with high strength, lengthy. He doesn't even need to really be that good of a passer. Just high strength, lengthy, and good shooting is my biggest thing I want for my striker. My mids, I just want them to be able to dribble, feel good on the ball. I don't need them to have the strength. And the cam is kind of the same thing. Height's an added bonus. Like I love Socrates. It's kind of an added bonus to have that height. Other than that, there's nothing more to really say. This formation, these tactics are amazing. I love them so much. Let's discuss it a little further and break it down in a gameplay. So here we are, just kind of dribbling out of a little bit of a press here. Del Piero makes a long ball to Mbappe. His team, by the way, is a little bit different in this video. I've got like Mbappe, Del Piero, a couple of guys. I'll tell you about who's in what position. So Mbappe is at the right mid spot, right? So here's Kyle Walker, right? So he comes up, helps us in attack a little bit. We unpause it, and we end up with Conte, who's my other DM. And just look at the options we have, right? Because Kyle Walker's way up here, usually he's going to be literally sitting at this halfway line if you have him on stay back while attacking. This gives you 3 options in a 4-2-3-1, which usually you just don't have. We have so many options on the right side that's so hard to defend, and we just, like, I can take a finesse shot right here at Del Piero. You can pass this back to Conte, who then can work it around. There's so many options here that it's just so underrated when you have this Kyle Walker. And you can even go right back to him. See how he just sits here? This is perfect. This is exactly what we want. He just sits here, ready for the ball. So we're about to lose the ball here. And now watch Kyle Walker get back. Okay, so here's Kyle Walker, right? Right here. If you can see in my mouse, here's Kyle Walker. So I think he's got Mbappe as well. Look, Mbappe's right here. And look how far apart they are. And he knows this. This guy's a good player. He knows he's trying to get this ball over here to Mbappe because Walker's out of position. Watch Kyle Walker right here. This is absolutely insane. Look at the pace. He's back. He's back already. And he's going to come back here and win the ball back. It's not fair. I mean, that in one clip sums up exactly why these fullbacks attacking is still so good. I know it's not going to be great with every fullback, but Kyle Walker, like, if you got him, you can go ahead and do this because it's crazy. Here's another example of the CDM kind of like helping a lot when you have it on cover wing, right? So I'm doing a skill move with Mbappe, end up losing the ball. And we got, like, we stab right here with, I think this is Kyle Walker. So we're stabbing with him. We end up with, as you can see, they've got numbers over here, but look at N'Golo Kante. See, I take him over here, but if I didn't take him over here to guard this fullback, he's going to do this anyway. So if we have him on cover wing, Kante will run over this way, and now he just fills in for you. And yes, you're still having like less numbers here, but Kyle Walker is going to get back in time. Like, just have yourself a watch. So Kante runs over there, marks that guy, and he's going to play like a nice through ball to him. But right here, you can already tell Walker's back. Kimpembe can mark this guy if he tries to go long to him, and we've got Varane on this guy. So, and then right here, the midfield runners, looks like there's guys coming back. So we instantly look all right, and we committed so many guys forward there that it was crazy. And here's just the textbook fullback attacking here. So we passed out to Messi, who's on the left mid spot, and just look at Cancelo. Sorry, my mouse is blue, by the way. I know it might be hard to see. We're just gonna make this run with Cancelo, and he's gone. All right, he's completely gone. He's free. We have so many options here. We work it back with Del Piero, who's got, I mean, look at the options we got. It's crazy. This is just gonna be a classic give and go. Give it back to Cancelo. We wait. I'm just patient with him. Go to the byline and then just sweat it across. I mean, we just had numbers that entire time. It's an easy goal. And that's why attacking with fullbacks is insane. It's so good this year, and I highly recommend you guys use these tactics because you guys are going to enjoy them. I guarantee you. But I'd love to know what you guys are using. All right, what tactics you guys have? You guys have some unique tactics, a unique formation maybe you're using that you really like. I like trying to find like unique sort of formations. I know 4-2-3-1 is not unique. All right, it's like the most basic bitch formation in all of FIFA history. But overlapping fullbacks at least is a little bit different. So anything that you guys can find out there that maybe is different, you know, some crazy formation you guys like a lot, let me know because I'd love to try it. So I hope this formation and these tactics really help you guys win some games. Obviously, any custom tactics are not going to turn you in from a 5-win player to a 15-win player overnight, but tactics can really help you unlock your full potential. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here because we drop content every single day on the channel. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next video very soon. Peace.